And welcome, Hoosier fans, to another edition of Banner Morning, recorded on Monday, September 3rd, 2018. I'm Jared Morris, and we are now just 26 days away from Hoosier hysteria. In recruiting news, the big news since our last edition of Banner Morning is that Indiana's highest-rated remaining guard prospect for the class of 2019, four-star Jahmius Ramsey, has scheduled his official visit to Bloomington, and he couldn't have picked a better time to come. According to a recent report by Evan Daniels from 24/7 Sports, Ramsey will be attending Hoosier Hysteria on September 29th, along with five-star prospects Trace Jackson Davis and Keon Brooks, as well as a host of other top prospects. Ramsey also has official visits scheduled to Louisville, Texas Tech, and Miami. The 6'4 Ramsey is the number 32 ranked prospect in the class of 2019 by 24/7 Sports. He is a combo guard known for his toughness, athleticism, and all-around play. Also in recruiting news, IU target Armaan Franklin took his official visit to Purdue over the weekend. Brian Snow of 24/7 Sports reported in his VIP notebook last week that Franklin was down to IU and Purdue. So with both official visits now complete, expect a decision sometime soon from the in-state four-star guard. Speaking of in-state four-star guards, Brandon Newman released his Final Four on Sunday. The list is Xavier, Purdue, Ohio State, and Indiana. Jordan Wells from thehoosier.com then reported that Newman is working on visiting Bloomington next weekend. In preseason prediction news, Inside the Hall has a summary of Athlon's preseason predictions. The magazine does not have Indiana in its preseason top 25, but does have the Hoosiers as one of 5 Big Ten teams that will make the NCAA tournament. In its ranking of the top 100 players in the country, Romeo Langford is number 16, and Juwan Morgan is number 22, a much more sane ranking than Lindy's ranking of number 106 for Juwan. SI.com has posted 2 relevant recent articles. Their Big Ten offseason report lists Indiana number 4 in their Big Ten power rankings behind Michigan State, Michigan, and Nebraska, and their series on the nation's top freshmen made its way to Romeo, last year's number 5 overall recruit. It ends with this rather lukewarm endorsement of the Hoosiers' prospects for the season. Quote, Langford has what it takes to be a one-and-done top draft pick, but keep in mind that the team he's playing with is coming off a 16-15 season where it finished at an even 500 in an average basketball conference. Sorry, Big Ten fans, unquote. And in statistical analysis, let's break down our 4th individual stat that most needs to improve for this year's Hoosiers to reach their potential. If you've been following along in this series, we've already discussed Juwan Morgan's free throw shooting, Devontae Green's assist-turnover ratio, and Justin Smith's efficiency around the basket. Next, let's talk about Al Durham, and this one is pretty easy. He has to shoot better from downtown. Al had very good numbers as a freshman in terms of running the pick and roll, finishing around the basket, and getting to the free throw line. And those numbers are made all the more impressive by how one-dimensional he was last season. Al shot just 28.6% from downtown. He was 14 for 49, which allowed defenders to sag off of him as the season progressed, taking away some of his ability to get into the lane. If Al can become a credible threat from downtown, he will become even more lethal as a driver. If not, he will likely struggle to be a consistent offensive threat as defenses focus on taking away his biggest strength without having to worry about his shooting. Thank you for listening to this edition of Banner Morning presented by the Assembly Call. Join us every Thursday night for our live broadcast of Assembly Call Radio and immediately following every IU game once the season begins. To watch live or catch a replay, visit assemblycall.com. And remember to use the URL iutickets.shop this season when you need IU basketball and IU football tickets. That's iutickets.shop. I'll be back tomorrow with a brand new edition of Banner Morning. Until then, keep your elbows in and your eyes on the rim, and go Hoosiers.